Hello again, this is Sogfrog with the fifth segment in the Fight Club tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be talking about fight cards. I'm going to explain a couple different types of fight cards, and we're going to go over the text and some of the icons that you're going to see on these cards as well. Before I continue, I just want to correct a mistake I made in my last segment, the segment 4. In that segment I stated that you could only take one setup action. This is incorrect. After taking your first setup action, which is to activate your energy tokens, you're going to be able to play a combination of 2 setup actions, alright, not 1. So now that that's corrected, back to fight cards. Okay, the fight card that you see in front of you is a power card, and I'm going to get more in detail in the specifics of power fight cards, but first I want to talk about the basic flavors of fight cards. Okay, what I mean by flavors right now is the basic colors. Okay, if you look at this fight card, it is red. The center skirmish tab is also red, and the center skirmish tab text is physical. This is a physical fight card. If you look at these purple fight cards, the purple fight cards, the center skirmish tab is also purple, and you can see the text here says this card is spiritual. And last but not least, we have our orange fight cards. Our orange fight cards are mental fight cards, as denoted by the center skirmish tab text. Okay, so once again, 3 different types. Orange is mental, purple is spiritual, and red is physical. Now, cards are also going to refer to the basic different types of fight cards in this manner. For instance, if you look at Hannibal Lecter, Hannibal Lecter's score action is to burn 3 colorless energy tokens, and it says if you have the drop and you won this fight with a physical fight card, that fight card scores double damage. So if I was using Hannibal Lecter and targeting this card, this fight card is a physical fight card. If I scored this card and used this text, this would score double damage. So this is how a character card, or any card for that matter, would target a specific type of fight card. Now, in addition to all the fight cards being different colors, we also have the skirmish tabs. Skirmish tabs are also different. You can see this one says it's a spiritual skirmish, this one is a physical skirmish, and this one is a mental skirmish. If you take a look at some of the signature fight cards, you're going to find even more unique skirmish text. For instance, Jason's left skirmish is a rage skirmish. He has rage, physical, and spiritual skirmishes. Now, cards are also going to refer to these skirmish tabs as such, or in such manner. Okay, a nice Chianti, for example, if you look at the enhance action, it says to spot X conditions, and it says that you are cannibalism plus X. So if we take a look at Hannibal Lecter's signature fight card, we can see that he has a cannibalism skirmish. A nice Chianti gives this cannibalism skirmish a bonus of plus X. Another card that targets skirmishes is home field advantage. A home field advantage after the OR text states that if you won your rage skirmish this fight, add 1 colorless for each condition you can spot. So if we look at Jason's signature fight card, we can see that he has a rage skirmish right there. So this is how cards refer to skirmish tabs. Okay, so now that we've discussed skirmish tabs and the different colors of fight cards, we'll talk about the different types. Like I stated before, this is a power fight card. A power fight card is pretty simple. A power fight card is going to consist of 3 different skirmishes up at the top. This one is a spiritual, mental, and physical fight card. And this is an example of a result tab. Result tab basically indicates the bonus or the result that's going to occur from you winning a certain skirmish. So if I win this skirmish, I can add 1 blue energy token. A player is going to score a fight card by winning the majority of the skirmishes. So this fight card has 3 different skirmishes. I can win 2 out of 3. Or for instance, if I tied this fight with my opponent and I tied this fight with my opponent, but I win this one, I score this fight card. So like I said, you need to win the majority of the skirmishes on a fight card, and then you'll score it. And when you score a fight card, you score damage against your opponent. This blood splatter icon down here indicates the amount of damage that you're going to score against your opponent. So when I score this card, I will score 1 damage against my opponent. If you look at a signature fight card, this is Chev Chelios' signature fight card. When I score this fight card, I score 2 damage against my opponent. And you'll also see a energy token icon here. This is a energy token reward for scoring this card. This is not latent energy. So when I score this card, I can activate 1 blue energy token. The next type of fight card that we're going to look at is a rotatable fight card. If you can look at this rotatable fight card, you can see that it is a gold fist icon. You can only have 3 gold fisted fight cards in your fight stack. And once again, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last segment, but a fight stack is going to consist of 12 fight cards. So no more than 3 of those can be the gold icons. Okay, so if you look at this rotatable fight card, you can see that we have the skirmish tabs, just like the power cards, but you also have what's called clash text down here. Now if you look at this enhance action, it says spot 1 blue colorless and spot 1 blue energy token and 1 yellow energy token and rotate this card. So if I do that, now I have the clash text activated, and this clash text states that the player with the most support cards in play wins this fight. So basically I just changed the winning condition. Now if your opponent has a regular power card and you have a fight card with clash text activated, the clash text is always going to win over the skirmish tab. So basically what I mean by that is the clash text is going to decide who wins the fight. For example, if both you and your opponent are using clash cards, the player with the drop is going to decide which clash card to use or which clash text to use. And if you look at the bottom of this card also has a damage token signifying the amount of damage that you're going to score against your opponent if you score this card. So that's pretty much all for fight cards. I'm going to explain enhancing fight cards and more about the fight phase next